Hi everyone, it's Jessica and I am excited about today's video because it is in celebration of my friend Amanda from the Crafting with Amanda YouTube channel, and we are celebrating the fact that she recently had 1,000 subscribers on her channel. So there are a bunch of us hopping along, and she has requested that as part of her celebratory hop that we use the color blue. I'll tell you more about the giveaway a little later, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm going to create a one-page layout using these photos and this cut file here. Now, honestly, I went searching and I could not find where I got that cut file from, so I apologize. But I did already use the contour feature and the offset feature on my Cricut to cut the backing pieces for those butterflies. And I just went into my different paper packs and found a bunch of little scraps and some papers that kind of work together. So these are all from close to my heart in various collections. I think I've even got something in there from the old Central Park collection. I have something from the recent Sawyer collection and from Chantilly, and then even a mix-in paper from just a few months ago. So I really was just kind of trying to pull some papers that looked good together to back my butterflies. And then what I'm doing, I just got in the mail today my Barely Art glue, this liquid glue, which has this really fine tip applicator. And I was super excited to use it, and it really worked great for getting these tiny little, little strips of glue that I have to put down on the back of the cut file in order to add those pieces on there. So I'll go ahead and kind of finish putting that on there. It takes a little while to kind of mess with the Cricut a little bit and get the pieces cut, but I think it is worth it. The end result when you flip it over is so much fun. I love that moment when you flip it and kind of see right here. Oh, it looks great. I love that. So I've got these two photos, and I decided just to use the one actually because both pictures are fairly similar, and I'm going to go with the one where my grandma is smiling. And I'm going to go ahead and mat it on first a little bit of tissue paper. So this is just wrapping tissue paper, regular kind of wrapping paper that you would use in a gift bag. And I will glue a little bit of it down here and then cut it around so that there's just a little edge of that tissue showing. And then I will layer all of that on top of a piece of Glacier cardstock. And I am using the darker side of the Glacier cardstock. And I like how that tissue paper just kind of adds a little extra something to the photo mat. And my photo was printed with a white border as well, so it really has a lot of different layers going on to it. Since that tissue paper kind of adds a little bit of a distressed look to things, I am going to just grab the edges of that cardstock and wrinkle it up. I'm just pulling it up and bending it up, and it gives us this nice little distressed look. And I'll just go around and do that, kind of pinching it along the way. So like I said, I thought, I was trying to make both photos work, but then I couldn't quite fit them into my cut file the way I wanted to. So I decided just to go with this one because, well, my daughter's not smiling as much, but my grandma's smiling more. And honestly, she's probably the more important person in the photo. Sorry, Hadley. All right, so I apologize because off camera, I splattered some white gloss spray onto my sapphire cardstock here. And I thought that I was hitting record when I was actually hitting stop. And then I thought I was hitting stop when I was actually hitting record. And so for a while there in the creation of this page, I had things backwards and I wasn't recording what I thought it was. But I just took some white gloss spray from Dina Wakley and was tapping it onto my page to create that splattered look. And I gave it a little bit of time to dry while I matted my photo. So now I'm just trying to figure out the placement of everything. Where exactly do I want these butterflies to go? I think you can kind of twist them a few ways and they still look pretty good. So it's sort of like, do I want them more at the bottom, or do I want them going up the right side? And so I just fussed for a little while trying to get everything situated. And then because I have pulled up the edges of that cardstock on my photo mat, now my cut file is not laying very nicely over top of things. So once I get everything kind of figured out, I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive behind my photo to hold that in place now that I know where I want it to be. And then I am going to grab my 3D foam tape and I'm going to pop up those butterflies on foam tape. Now, the other part of the wreath that's just the skinny little circle lines, that I don't think I'm going to attempt to put foam tape behind that because it's too little. So I really am just going to pop up the butterfly part and then I will adhere the rest of the wreath flat to the paper. And it ends up looking pretty cool, so that worked out. And then that way, once I've got that foam tape behind those butterflies, the fact that I have all that dimension in my photo mat doesn't really matter and everything lays nicely together. All right, so while I'm kind of fussing with this, let me tell you about the giveaway that Amanda is doing to celebrate her 1,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. So as I said, this is a hop, and I will leave all of the links to the other videos down below. And so if you leave a comment on any of the videos, you can leave a comment on all of the videos. Each time that you leave a comment, you are getting a ticket into that giveaway drawing. So comment on all of them in order to get the most chances to win the giveaway from Amanda. And she is going to figure out who that winner is at the end of May. So hopefully you were watching this sometime in May of 2022. And you have until the end of the month to leave some comments. All right, so good luck to you. I hope you win something. That's always fun. All right, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that wreath down flat to the page. And again, that Barely Art fine tip glue really just worked out perfectly, trying to put a few little dabs of glue in some of the spots. I didn't glue everything, just, here and there, enough to make it stick down to my page. All right, so I'll finish doing that up off camera. And now I have gone into my stash to start looking for some different embellishments. And I have these cute little, I don't know what you would call them. They're like little stars. And they are from, oh gosh, where are they from? They're from a company called Colorcast Designs. And they're really cool. And so I will just put a little bit of that glue behind them. And then I have used all of the ones that are in that same turquoise mint color that is in my daughter's jacket and then also in the cardstock of my photo mat. And so I sprinkled a few of those around the page. And then I also found in my stash, I have one of these wooden titles from Close to My Heart, and I pulled out the one that says family. And I'm going to use that as my title, and I'm going to put that one over top of my photo. So same thing, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back side of it and then stick it over the top. And then once I do that, I thought I was done, but then I looked at it for a little bit and I thought, you know what, Jessica, you put that wooden title up there, but you don't have any brown or wood or anything like that anywhere else. So if you have been a follower of my channel for a while, you know one of my very favorite embellishments is anything that is wood from Close to My Heart. So guess what? This is no surprise. I'm going to go in and find my wood buttons and see which ones I can use scattered around my page just to kind of pull in some more of that wood. So I decide to use the ones that have the little stitching feature around the outside edge. You probably can't see it very well in the video here, but later in the close-ups I think you'll be able to see them. So they just have these really pretty little stitching detail around them, and then I grab them in some different sizes. And then later I do find one that is a heart button, and I use that as well. Off camera, I will poke some holes through where those buttonholes are, and then I will stitch them onto my page using some light blue embroidery thread. I love to stitch my buttons on, or just stitch in general on my layouts, but I'll do that part later off camera so that you don't have to watch me do that. I just sort through and find the ones I like and then get those added. And so here you can see I have stitched those on. Can you see that stitching detail around the outside of the circle? So fun. Okay, nearly done. While I was doing that stitching, I saw this little scrap piece of a die cut that I had sitting in my bowl of orphan die cuts that don't get used on projects. And I thought, that looks kind of fun. Maybe I will put that on my page as well. And so I think I'm going to put it down here. I contemplated putting it just at the top left corner there just because it felt a little heavy with the butterflies in the bottom right corner. But then I thought, no, I'm going to put it down here in the bottom left, and I'm going to let that sort of be a shelf for my journaling. My plan is to use my white journaling gel pen right here and put some journaling on the page since it's in that sapphire cardstock, and I think if I wrote it in black, it probably wouldn't be very visible. Oops, that didn't go on very straight, so I'll fix that. And then I will add that journaling off camera just above that piece right there, and that is pretty much it, my friends. So thank you so much for stopping by today to watch, and like I said, be sure to check out all the other videos in this hop as we are celebrating Amanda and her hitting her wonderful milestone. So congratulations to her. And make sure that you leave that comment on this video as well as any other ones that you watch so that you can get entered into that giveaway drawing. All right, friends, happy crafting. See you later.